Your body has a biological clock, and certain workouts are literally turning it back. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and this video so that others can benefit. Aging isn't just what you see in the mirror. It's happening at the cellular level, inside every tissue, every organ, every system your body runs on. And for a long time, scientists assumed that process was fixed, that decline followed a predictable schedule regardless of what you did. That assumption has been quietly dismantled over the last 2 decades of research. What we now understand is that specific types of physical training don't just slow the visible signs of aging. They interrupt the biological mechanisms that drive aging itself. This isn't motivational language. This is cellular biology. And it changes everything about how you should be training. The telomere effect. Inside every cell in your body, your chromosomes are capped by structures called telomeres. Think of them as the plastic tips on shoelaces. They protect the integrity of your genetic material every time a cell divides. Every time a cell divides, those caps get slightly shorter. When they become too short, the cell can no longer replicate properly. It enters a state called senescence. It stops functioning, but it doesn't die. It sits there, releasing inflammatory signals that degrade surrounding tissue. This process is now recognized as one of the core drivers of biological aging. Here's where training enters the equation. Research published in peer-reviewed journals has shown that people who engage in regular, moderate to vigorous exercise have measurably longer telomeres than sedentary individuals of the same chronological age. The difference, in some studies, corresponds to a biological age gap of nearly a decade. Exercise doesn't just keep you feeling younger. It preserves the cellular machinery that determines how old your body actually is. The specific workout that drives this. Not all exercise produces this effect equally. The research is specific. A combination of endurance-based cardiovascular training and high-intensity interval work appears to be the most potent stimulus for telomere preservation, and an enzyme called telomerase, which actively repairs and maintains telomere length. Strength training alone, while critically important for other longevity markers, produces a smaller telomere-specific effect. The structure that emerges from the evidence is this: 2 to 3 sessions per week of sustained aerobic effort at moderate intensity, combined with 1 to 2 sessions of interval-based work where you push into genuine discomfort for short bursts, then recover fully before repeating. The interval sessions don't need to be long. 4 to 6 rounds of hard effort, 30 seconds to a minute of intensity followed by equal or longer rest, is enough to trigger the cellular adaptation. What matters is that the intensity is real, not uncomfortable, genuinely hard. Your body doesn't change its aging trajectory in response to effort that costs nothing. Inflammation, the hidden accelerator. There's a concept in longevity science called inflammagen, chronic, low-grade inflammation that accumulates silently with age and accelerates nearly every degenerative process in the body. Cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, joint degradation, metabolic dysfunction, all of them are fueled, in part, by this background inflammatory state. Exercise is one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory tools in human biology. Acute exercise triggers an inflammatory response. That's normal and necessary. But the recovery from that response leaves the body's inflammatory baseline lower than it was before. Repeat that cycle consistently over months and years, and you're systematically reducing one of the primary biological drivers of accelerated aging. The people who look and function significantly younger than their age almost always have one thing in common. They've been moving consistently for a very long time. Not perfectly, not obsessively, consistently. The growth hormone connection. There's one more mechanism worth understanding because it ties the whole picture together. Deep quality sleep triggers the release of human growth hormone, the body's primary tool for cellular repair, tissue regeneration, and metabolic regulation. As we age, natural growth hormone output declines. That decline accelerates fat storage, reduces muscle synthesis, impairs cognitive sharpness, and weakens immune response. Regular resistance and high-intensity training are among the few behavioral interventions shown to meaningfully amplify growth hormone release, both acutely after exercise and during sleep in the nights that follow. You're not just building strength in the gym, you're improving the quality of the repair signal your body sends while you sleep. Training, recovery, cellular repair, repeated consistently over time. That is the actual mechanism of aging slower. Conclusion: there is no supplement, no biohack, no morning routine that produces the depth of cellular change that consistent, intelligent physical training does. The science isn't ambiguous on this anymore. Your telomeres, your inflammatory baseline, your hormonal environment, your mitochondrial density, all of it responds to how you move and how often. You don't need to train like an athlete. You need to train like someone who understands what's actually at stake. Because the workout you do this week isn't just about how you look or feel right now. It's quietly determining the version of you that shows up 10, 20, 30 years from now. Start with that version in mind. Everything else follows from there.